Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Story of the Trinity, Controversy, Crisis, and the Creation of the Nicene Creed by Bryan M. Litfin. Forward by Donald Fairbairn. Narrated by James R. Cheatham. Forward. I recently spoke about the Trinity to an adult Sunday school class at a Protestant church, and a friend in the class later filled me in on the chatter my talk elicited. The gist of it was, wow, the Trinity is in the Bible. The surprise those Christians felt that day apparently came from some sort of deep-seated unease they had previously harbored about the Trinity, that the whole business was a philosophical or theological abstraction, foreign to the Scriptures and irrelevant to Christian life. I'm afraid that many sincere Christians today feel this unease. Such a sense of unease about the Trinity is aggravated in at least two ways. First is the way we talk about the Trinity among ourselves as ordinary believers. Somehow or other, we've imbibed the idea that the Trinity is a math problem, a question about how one can logically put oneness and threeness together without sounding like an idiot. So we latch on to any instances of oneness and threeness we can find down here in this world, and we say, see, if oneness and threeness come together in X, then they can come together in God too. So we talk about water, gas, liquid, and solid phases at the same time, or eggs, yolk, white, and shell but one egg, or shamrocks, 3 branches but 1 leaf, or even, and I am not making this up, chocolate milkshakes, milk, ice cream, and chocolate but 1 drink. We may avoid sounding like idiots when we talk like this, but unfortunately we give the impression, to ourselves as well as to outsiders, that such math games have little to do with the gospel and nothing to do with Christian living. A second way in which Christians' unease about the Trinity gets aggravated is much more serious. There have been many scholars in the past couple of centuries who have insisted that the Trinity is not in the Bible, that Jesus was a great man but no more, and that the idea of Christ as God was an invention of 4th century Christians. Some have even said that the Church arbitrarily decided the deity of Christ by a vote at the Council of Nicaea in 325. While these modern scholarly opinions tend to circulate in the rarefied air of academic discussion, enough leaks out to the public that many of us Christians are disturbed at some level. We are scared that it might really be true that the Church invented a divine Christ several centuries after Jesus' earthly life ended. Deep down, we realize that if that were actually the case, it would blow a hole in our Christian faith so big that it could never be patched up. And we'd be right, if that were the case. If you have such unease or reservations, then this book is for you. In plain-seeking, clear language, Litfin shows that the understanding of the Trinity put forward during the 4th century in the Nicene Creed is not a departure from Scripture, but is deeply rooted in God's revelation of himself to mankind, in the New Testament and even in the Old. This book takes you on a journey that starts at the very beginning of the Bible and continues all the way through both Testaments and beyond, to the end of the 4th century when the Christian Church put the finishing touches on what we now call the Nicene Creed. This creed is the preeminent short statement outside the Bible itself about the Father, Son, and Spirit, as well as about the incarnation and work of the Son for our salvation. It is a profoundly universal statement, since it was accepted at the time by every group of Christians in the world,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?